What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Check it out. Check it out without a doubt. Hey, let's see what this bad boy is all about, man. New audio reveal: Clive Davis threatened Angie Stones the day before she died. What? Not the day before. It takes a little while for somebody to set him up. Oh, come on, man. Are y'all serious? Clickbait. Hey, this is my team sent me the videos and stuff, and my team, I can't explain all of some of the stuff. Need to stay behind the scenes, but we've been covering this Shay Shay stuff. We've been covering the P Diddy. We've been covering. I feel so sorry for that little kid. Not Trayvon. God dang it. Come on, Uncle Mike. Get your old head to working. What's the dude name? 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Anthony. Got the same name as the famous basketball player name. We've been covering that, and I feel sorry for people to think that self-defense is gonna hold. You can't go in somebody else's house or somebody else's territory or somebody else's tent and they ask you to leave. I don't know the whole story, man, but the whole story, a lot now people are saying that they got proof that the two brothers approached him and wanted to fight him or got real ugly with him. Well, you was at their tent, man. Well, you at somebody else's house and they supposed to ask you to leave politely, or they supposed to ask you to leave, anyway. Back to Angie Stone. So I had just said to myself, I said, I wonder what's going down with the Angie Stones case, because I haven't heard too much about it. And here it comes, Clive Davis again. Oh my gracious, man. Everybody knows. I was praying that this was not, I was praying that it was normal. Everybody knows this is something weird. It's something very weird, because what happened was, Angie, they said that the lady helped her out of the daggone car when the van flipped over. Nobody in the van died but her. They also say it's no blood nowhere. So then all of a sudden this 18-wheeler hit the van after all this stuff was done, or whatever the case may be. It's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. Now all of a sudden they trying to figure out that Clive Davis is actually saying something. It's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. So new audio reveals: Clive Davis threatened Angie Stones the day before she died. Let's see what type of audio. Or is it gonna be clickbait? Let's see, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Thank y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Dude, 470,000. Thank y'all so much, man. Uncle Mike is trying his best to help people. This channel, the more y'all watch the videos, the more I can do behind the scenes to help people. It's hard doing this. It's very hard, man. Let me say one more thing. We have helped people and kept it on the hush hush because the haters out there. And I'm like, well, maybe they right. Maybe they right. Maybe the haters are right. You bragging about you doing this, So I done gave $5,000 away and never said anything about it, just to help people on a personal level. So we help people. We try not to brag. Try not to brag on helping people. I'm in the Philippines helping people. Why are you in the Philippines? What about people in the United States? Well, because the people in the United States got a whole lot of benefits and stuff to do things. That's why. Think about that. Hit that subscribe button, man. Help a brother out to help other people. Hit that subscribe button and let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
Then they had me alive again. Then they had me. First they had me dead. Then they had me alive again. Then they had me with this one. Then they had me with that one. Y'all make up your mind what you want me to be, what you want me to do.
Angie got hit sitting on the side of the road. This is what they not tell y'all. But what I want to know is why we haven't heard from not one person who was on this van with her.
One of the things that Clive Davis and Peter Edge wanted to do was say, okay, look, we don't want to date you. I'm like, I'm still young. What are you talking about? But we don't want to talk about all that stuff that Sugar Hill. So they kind of gag ordered me not to talk about.
So they wanted to be just a brand new artist coming out.
Right.
Gotcha.
Angie Stone told the world she was being targeted, and less than 24 hours later, she was dead. And that can't be a coincidence. But now, some leaked audio recording allegedly captures none other than Clive Davis threatening her the day before the deadly crash. Now, police have reopened the case, and insiders say this could expose one of the darkest secrets in the music industry. Angie Stone wasn't just a singer, she was the architect of sound. Born Angie B. in Columbia, South Carolina, she was molded by gospel roots and shaped by the raw, uncut realities of the music industry. Before she ever laid...
Angie B, that's me. Ring, ding, dong, something like that. Here we go, man. Here we go.
This could expose one of the darkest secrets in the music industry. Angie Stone wasn't just a singer, she was the architect of sound. Born Angie B. in Columbia, South Carolina, she was molded by gospel roots and shaped by the raw, uncut realities of the music industry. Before she ever laid down an R&B vocal, she made hip-hop history. At just 16 years old, Angie co-founded The Sequence, the first ever female rap group to land a record deal. Their breakout single, Funk You Up, was iconic. The second rap single ever released by a female act in one of the most sampled tracks in hip-hop. Dr. Dre flipped it. Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars allegedly borrowed from it for Uptown Funk. But guess who never got proper credit or royalties? Yeah, Angie. She wasn't just a voice, she was a force behind the curtain. She wrote, she produced, she arranged. She gave D'Angelo his signature sound, laying the vocal groundwork for albums like Brown Sugar and Voodoo. She even co-parented their son, but that relationship, a story of sabotage. When D'Angelo became a sex symbol, Angie got pushed out of the picture. Older, darker skinned, and plus size didn't fit the fantasy the industry wanted. He let it happen. And when she finally started getting public credit, he pulled away.
It was told to me that they were single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere to make people think that I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol, to drugs, to everything that could have gone wrong. And we need you to mail this out. And that person knew that it was all fabricated. And they were willing to go on record. And they don't care today, but they're willing to go on record to tell the truth.
But that's not all. Jill Scott's entire early image, from vocals to wardrobe, eerily mirrored Angie's. Coincidence? Angie said no. And then there's Mary J. Blige. Angie accused her of stealing 2 songs, Every Day and Die, which Mary renamed as her own. No credits, no pay, just silence. Even her acting career was sabotaged. She was supposed to star in the #1 ladies detective agency, but her team dropped the ball and Jill Scott swooped in. Angie wasn't just a creative, she was a threat. A woman whose brilliance was being eaten off. And when she tried to fight back, they shut her down. The weeks before Angie's death were different. She moved like someone who knew time was running out. She wasn't being flaky, she was being hunted. On Instagram, she posted an eerie message. I've just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen. And guess what? I know exactly who did it. it. But don't get it twisted. I'm coming for you, all the dogs who thought they could take what's mine. Trust, I'm ready. Just like Jamie Foxx said, what had happened was, well, now it's my turn to share my testimony. It's a new chapter, and you can bet the truth is coming to light. That last video, yeah, it basically confirmed everything.
Right now, before I reveal some very, very interesting information, and it is like a double-edged sword, because I'm going to tell you one thing.
She said it loud. She was being targeted.
I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. Not without the devil trying to blame me for the mishap.
She said she was spiritually under attack.
I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me. However, I was treated, and God healed me. He cleared up.
She developed mysterious infections.
But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out, I had what was a bacterial blood infection that I had gotten when they stuck me with the needle. It had went into my bloodstream and caused a staph infection of the blood. Now, I didn't have a clue that there was a blood infection until they rushed me into ICU.
Felt watched, became paranoid, and with good reason. Angie knew people were trying to take her down.
It has been one heck of a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. Really trying to take me out. And
people started walking away from her.
I won't call any names, but people quit on me because they thought it was me.
Why not call names? That's what the problem is right there. I call names. Let the world know who the suckers are, who the scaredy cats are. I ain't gonna call no names. Call they names. I bet your Uncle Mike call they names. Suckers. Suckers. If you're a sucker, then own up to it. I will let the world know you're a sucker. Said so many different names, gave people nicknames. AKA the milkman, AKA hot sauce, AKA I can't think of no more, man. I'm too old. Instead, you ain't gotta call their names, give them a nickname. F them. F them with mutilated monkey meat.
Like I said, I can't call any names because I'm not that vicious. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I really don't want it to be their downfall. But I will tell you, people left me in that dark, dark moment when I really needed support.
And right before the crash, she was finally ready to go public.
Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties. All my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me.
Well, I won't say stolen. Well, what would you say? The money didn't go to you and it went to somebody else. But I ain't gonna say stolen. What would you call it then, Angie? I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm the type of person that I teach the weak how to fight, so to speak. You over here sugarcoating stuff, and they over here offing you. Rest in peace, girl. Rest in peace. I swear to God, if Uncle Mike would have known you was having these problems, shoot, you would have been doing no show. I would have had everybody driving to your location to do a show.
They have basically absorbed in that company, and even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered. by the companies that I signed over to.
Behind the scenes, she was preparing to sue Universal Music.
But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part.
She was collecting emails, royalty statements, and even recorded phone calls. Sources say she had reached out to journalists, preparing to drop a tell-all memoir with names, numbers, and proof. She claimed her team failed her, that the label took advantage, that she was robbed blind. Angie had receipts, and everyone knew.
One way or the other, Universal Music, you're gonna have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren.
One insider claims Angie had emailed a known investigative journalist 3 days before her death. That journalist has since gone silent, and when reached for comment, their rep said they were no longer pursuing entertainment stories at this time. Suspicious? Extremely. The music industry doesn't like that. We've seen this script before, and we know how it ends. Now, fast forward to March 1st, 2025, when Angie was killed in a car crash in Montgomery, Alabama. That's what the headline said, at least. It happened after one of her shows in Mobile. She was in a Sprinter van with 8 other people, but somehow she was the only one who didn't make it. Now, pause. Doesn't that already sound soon? Because it gets worse. The crash was chalked up to brake failure, but not everyone bought that story, especially not the prosecutors who started poking holes in the whole accident narrative. And guess whose name started coming up real quick? Clive Davis. Yes, that Clive Davis. See, Angie wasn't just making music, she was doing math, like real calculations. She had been quietly collecting paperwork, tracking royalties, and realizing some of her coins weren't adding up. And just 3 days before her death, she reportedly confronted Clive about those missing funds. Not in private either, on a voice recording she stashed in her cloud. Now tell me why that very same day, she told someone close to her that she was scared for her safety. And she was still planning to meet with journalists to drop all the receipts she'd gathered. Instead, she ended up dead in a single vehicle crash on a road that just so happens to have no security cameras, minimal lighting, and barely any surveillance. It's giving planned. Investigators even testified that someone may have directed her to take that route. And here's where things get hella shady. After the crash, her laptop and phone mysteriously vanished. Witnesses say she had them on her earlier that day, but they weren't found in the vehicle. Now, what are the odds the only missing items just so happen to be the ones with all her evidence? Even the car's diagnostics raised eyebrows. According to a tech expert who testified, the vehicle's safety systems were remotely accessed less than 20 minutes before the crash. Like someone hacked in. This is precision sabotage. You'd need professional grade gear to do what was done. So who had the tools, the skills, and the motive? Electronic tampering, brake failure that didn't match a natural malfunction. The Sprinter's black box showed external access minutes before the crash. And you know, you need specialized tech to do that. Does that sound like an accident to you, or?
Man, it's funny because, man, here go Uncle Mike again. It's funny, man, because I had a CDL license 2 or 3 times, and you got to go through an air brake test. For y'all who don't know, air brake, the way the air brake system works, if it's not enough air, if it's a malfunction, the brakes are designed to brake. They braking. You need the air to release the brakes. Hello, you need air to release the brakes. So if anything malfunctions, it's on stop mode. It's on stop mode. Think about that. I just want y'all to know this. Think about that. You need the air in the air pressure air brakes, right? You need air in the air brake system to get the brakes to work, to not break. It's a spring brake and all this stuff. So without no air, or if anything happens or anything breaks on the braking system, it pushes out to stop the brake. It's on brake on. I don't know how to explain it to make sure people that, are trying to break it down like a 5-year-old. When the brakes fail, they on brake mode. They on the tightest lock brake. Just wanted y'all to know that, that's all.
Or does it sound like a hit? And let's not ignore this before the crash. And you need specialized tech to do that. Does that sound like an accident to you? Or does it sound like a hit? And let's not ignore this. The road where it happened barely had any cameras. A whole major artist, no security, no press, no surveillance. It's almost like someone picked that spot on purpose. According to a local Alabama EMT source, when first responders arrived on the scene, they were told by unmarked federal agents to hand over Angie's personal items, including her backpack, which reportedly contained a hard drive. The medics said this had never happened before, even in high-profile accidents. Another report from a crash reconstruction analyst claimed Angie's seatbelt showed signs of being manually cut, not from impact, but with a tool. Again, totally out of place for a car crash scenario. Now, let's talk about what Angie was about to expose. Her investigation touched on decades-long industry-wide royalty scams, literally billions at stake. And the names involved weren't just low-level execs. We're talking major players. So, yeah, if you're Clive Davis and you've got that kind of heat coming your way, what do? According to the prosecution, you shut it down by any means. But wait, here comes another bombshell, the medical report. Apparently, the injuries Angie had didn't fully match the crash itself. The autopsy suggested she might have been unconscious before the impact, but that's not even the craziest part.
Some guy that's told to be her manager of some sort had everybody in the hospital, nurses, anybody dealing with her and the crash and whatever, had them all sign non-disclosure agreement. That's why we haven't been hearing nothing, no updates, no nothing.
Oh, and by the way, within 48 hours of her death, her home studio was cleaned out. Hard drives, notebooks, even her own recording equipment gone. Like someone knew it.
Hold up, man. Is there such thing? Okay, hold up. Wait a minute, y'all. I work at a hospital, right? I'm the nurse, or the doctor, the CAT scan, or whatever. I work at the hospital. So you mean to tell me a patient comes in from a car accident and I can't do my job because they making me sign an NDA to do my job? Man, F you in this NDA, especially what we know, what social media knows about. Oh, you got to sign this. You got to sign this contract. You got to sign it. We don't sign, society don't sign shit no more, man. Oops, excuse me. Man, I ain't signing nothing. Everybody, I'm a sign. There's nobody in this world that's going to deny signing something but me. Please give me something to sign. Or sometimes I sign something without even reading it. Yeah, I did that. I did that about 2 years ago. Well, it's a contract we have. Here you go, sign. Well, man, we want me to sign that, man. You didn't even read it. Right, because I don't give a shit about it. I'm just letting you know. You ain't even strong enough. You ain't big enough to do. I'm telling you, if you don't do things the way we agreed out of your mouth, this is the agreement. You said you're going to do this. I said I'm going to do that. Hold up to your agreement, and we ain't got to worry about nothing. Other than that, you could have been signing your house over to me. No, I couldn't have, because that's not what we talked about. Play with me. Don't play with me, man. You can sit there and try to play with me. Please get me to sign something that you claim one thing and then turn around and say, well, I own your house now. That's in the clause that I didn't read. Yeah, right. And I signed it. Yeah, right. And you think that shit gonna hold in court? You think it's gonna hold in court? You ain't gonna make it to court. You get my drift? Yeah. See, some people are real on this YouTube stuff. Some people are real. Daggone, man. This is ridiculous. I'm so mad. I'm so mad over this Angie thing. What I want to say to Angie is, sweetheart, why would you get on social media to air out with this Clive Davis and this record label stuff? You know how they do in this record. You knew how they do things. And you go on social media, you should have handled your business behind closed doors and stuck it to them. And then came out and told us. That's how you should have handled it. But that's just me, you know.
Exactly what to take. Hours of her death, her home studio was cleaned out.
I am
hard
hurt.
drives, notebooks, even her own recording equipment gone. Like someone knew exactly what to take, and they didn't waste a single minute. Not a single probate process had even started yet. Now, here's where things start connecting like a crime thriller. The prosecution said there's a pattern. Angie wasn't the first. Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, Barry White, Luther Vandross, all artists who started questioning their money before things spiraled. Multiple witnesses said Barry and Luther even tried to warn each other about what they found. They never got to follow through. Somehow, Clive Davis is always floating in the background of these stories. Even Angie's son, Michael, went public almost immediately. His tribute on Instagram was raw, painful, and telling. He wrote, "Hey mama, I ain't want nothing. Just wanted to say I love you. I want you to know how much you inspired me every single day. You never failed me ever, ever. You never were a burden to me ever. If I had to do it all again, I wouldn't change nothing. I'm so grateful for the lessons that I learned from you. I hope to one day be as good to my kids as you were to me. I just wanted you to know that I got it from here." But he didn't stop there. He dragged some people out loud.
Motherfuckers around, like fake ass friends, family, you know, like just bullshit people, you know, was taking this moment for an attention moment, you know. I seen it. We all seen it. Your actions were on full display. Full display. But no more.
And behind the scenes, he was getting threats, anonymous calls, deleted files. Someone accessed his cloud and wiped Angie's memoir draft. Her daughter, Diamond, was even more shook. She claimed Angie's last phone call was with Clive Davis, and she recorded it. People close to Angie confirmed she warned them, "If anything happens to me, investigate everything." Diamond's leaked clip reportedly captures Angie yelling, "You knew what you did, and I'm done being quiet," followed by a pause, and then Clive allegedly saying, "This is bigger than you, Angie." While the full audio hasn't been confirmed, fans are convinced the snippet is authentic based on her known speaking cadence. Since that leak, Diamond's Instagram has been shadow banned multiple times. Posts about Angie's lawsuit prep? Gone. The live stream where she spoke on her mom's final weeks? Deleted mid-broadcast. It's giving silence by force. And then came the autopsy. Sedatives Angie wasn't prescribed. Bruises inconsistent with a crash. One expert said her injuries looked like she was suffocated. Michael hired a private pathologist, and the second autopsy confirmed it.
Wow.
She may have died before the crash. There were missing hours in Angie's final timeline. Surveillance cameras along I-65 offline during the crash. Her call records selectively wiped. Then, a witness came forward claiming she saw Angie crawl out of the wreckage alive.
Angie Stone did not die in that Sprinter. Lady stopped by who was driving. She helped Angie out of the van.
That's what kills me, man. That lady did not say she helped Angie out of the van. She said she helped somebody out of the van. She didn't know who it was. She said she didn't know who it was. So, Angie wasn't the only female traveling. That's the part that killed me. Y'all just took this story and ran with it, man. And this is kind of closer to me because Angie Stones and the group she was in helped shape my music career. I didn't know her personally. She don't know me. I don't know her. But Sugar Hill, the female Sugar Hill, that's what we used to call them, because we ain't know. This is real close to me, man. And that girl, her name is Courtney. That little lady, Courtney, she said she left her daughter in the car and she ran over there. She didn't know who it was. She just was being a citizen. And she ran over there to help. And I helped the lady out of the car. She don't know who the lady was. She still don't know who the lady was. But her story didn't match up with what Clive and the crew wanted or whatever the hell. So, long story short, she never said she helped Angie out in the car. Everybody keeps saying that, man. She said out of her mouth that she didn't know who the person was. It could have not been Angie. It could have been another lady that was in the car.
Every passenger who was in that Sprinter, lady stopped by who was driving. She helped Angie out of the van. Every passenger who was on that van was out that van. Angie got hit sitting on the side of the road. This is what they not telling y'all. But what I want to know is why we haven't heard from not one person who was on this van with her. It was 9 people on the van. Where's the driver? Where is the band? Where is the people? This is why people be talking about this whole conspiracy theory shit, because where are the people?
She said something.
Where is your shirt? Oh my God. Anyway, another thing that doesn't add up, man, with me, this is just my opinion. They kept saying Angie got hit on the side of the road. Her body would have flung something terrible with an 18-wheeler hitting her. What they saying, the 18-wheeler just scooped her up, kept her intact. There's no blood. There is absolutely no blood, period. Nobody has seen any blood, period. Period. No blood. If she was thrown from the van, no blood. If she got hit by this truck, no blood. The lady, they saying that Courtney helped her out the van and told her to sit on the side. Then all of a sudden, Courtney felt this wind. She says it was some wind, right? Which was that tractor trailer coming across the median. And if the truck flipped already, it was in the median. Why did the van lose control? Trying to do what? Duck? I don't know. None of this stuff adding up. But when something doesn't add up, it adds up to a dead end, and the dead end is this. If the van or the tractor trailer or anything hit Angie, or she was thrown from the wreckage, why is it no blood? So she was thrown to the point where her body stayed 1% together and there was no blood? Oh my God, man. I can't understand. There's no blood at all on the scene.
Someone approached her, and then Angie stopped moving. But now the woman's video is deleted and her account is gone. Within 48 hours, Angie's home studio was cleared out. Her memoir draft vanished. Her backup drives destroyed. One file survived, a spreadsheet showing UMG made $22 million off Angie in the last decade. She was paid $40,000. That's not bad luck. That's a cover-up. And this isn't new. This is slowly becoming a pattern. Lisa Left Eye Loaf died after clashing with Clive Davis and planning a documentary about industry corruption. She even switched labels to Death Row to escape. Then, boom, car crash in broad daylight. Clive Davis isn't just a label exec. He's the godfather of the industry, the Bohemian Grove boss, and allegedly the man who taught Diddy everything he knows. Yes, he was allegedly the one who taught Diddy the ropes on how to dominate the game through a mix of psychological warfare, intimidation, and financial entrapment. One insider even described him as the George Bush of the music industry, not for the politics, but for the longevity and control. Witnesses said Davis used to tell Diddy to clean up his act, stop being reckless, stop letting the public see too much, and Diddy allegedly ignored the advice. So, what did Clive do? Snatch the protection away, which, according to insiders, explains why Diddy suddenly started catching heat after years of doing whatever he wanted with no consequences. And when Diddy sued that liquor company, that's when everything started unraveling. One witness broke it down like this: Diddy and Clive's relationship was like a long, messy, toxic marriage. They were locked in, allegedly even on some romantic level, but it got stale. Clive got tired of Diddy's drama, Diddy got tired of being told what to do, and suddenly, Clive started making calls, telling people he's done protecting the boy. And guess what? Those people he called, they weren't your average CEOs. They were liquor moguls, billionaires, and people with real reach. Clive told Diddy to clean up his act. When he didn't, Clive let him fall. Now, Diddy's under federal investigation, and Angie, she's dead. But then the most damning piece came out during trial. Evidence tying Clive to Diddy. Yup, they allegedly had encrypted conversations that go back decades, talking about how to manage problematic artists and ensure loyalty through, let's just say, non-traditional methods. One message, dated right before Angie died, mentioned established protocols and making an example. You can't make this stuff up. The defense tried to say it was taken out of context, but girl, the math is mathing. And fans are calling BS. They're saying they unalived her because she spoke up about her royalties. And another pointed out, I just find it strange that as soon as Angie spoke out about her not getting paid, all of a sudden she was killed in an accident. It's giving major cover-up energy. Angie Stone wasn't just another artist, she was a threat. She had the receipts, she had the motive, and she was ready to expose the game. But just when she was about to speak out, she was gone. So here's the real question. Was this just a freak accident, or did Clive Davis and the industry strategically silence yet another powerful black woman who knew too much? Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Clive guilty? Are more people involved? And don't even think about clicking off, because in the next video, we break down even more tea. Watch it now.
Rest in peace, Angie Stones. Rest in peace. But I'm here to tell y'all, man, I think that, oh my God, if I got problems in the streets, I handle it in the streets. I ain't gonna sit there and make videos and record all the stuff that needs to, what I'm about to do. Angie, rest in peace. I feel so sorry that this happened to you. I feel so sorry that the music industry is so crooked to the point that people can't trust people, man. And that's in any business, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I'm just sitting here doing these videos, man, and I was saying that I haven't heard too much about Angie Stones with this Shannon Sharp thing going on and this little guy that claiming self-defense. Y'all know what's going on, man. Our social media is we hurting, man. We hurting, man. We should be helping people. We should be helping people, not hurting people. Why do we get so much of a thrill of hurting people, man? So, hey, I'm just gonna get on up out of here, man. I'm gonna have to take me a break. Y'all take it light, man. Take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out, man. Peace out.